Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to Hobby Hi-Fi. Trying to give you some more content here. Happened to come across a great deal on a new set of speakers. Well, I guess they're used, but not a mark on them. But the original boxes, love that. Got a great deal on these locally from a nice gentleman that, I don't know, I guess he didn't fall in love with them. Um, So we put them up for sale. Maybe had something better, I don't know. But I'm a sucker for Paradigm in general. This is the Paradigm Atom Monitor SE, which I believe is only a few years old at this point, in 2024. And Paradigm has been one of my favorites. So I love to bring you some of my favorite products and brands and do just a quick informational on something that I come across that kind of tickles my fancy, and these certainly have. Um, I really feel confident about buying from local people, especially older gentlemen that I think may have taken good care of their equipment, and love it when I can bypass the shipping services and pick something up and a handoff from a guy in a parking lot, and it's a done deal. Very little risk, in my opinion. Once you've sort of got the feeling that the gentleman is honest and whatnot, and in this case, it was an A+ transaction. So this is just a small two-way. It's about 13 inches high, a little under, and Paradigm's been in business for quite a while now. They're out of Canada, and who knows? They may be making some things in China now, but they always did manufacture in Canada in a special facility that I forget the name of it now. But people that are familiar with Paradigm will know what I'm talking about. But they've got a pretty large conglomerate up there that deals with, I believe, PSB. Maybe Energy and a couple other brands from up that way that always seem to give a real nice bang for your buck. And they put these things through some sophisticated testing in anechoic chambers and whatnot, and have some impressive measurement tools, I'm assuming, and some good designers. But they also have hit a high point on their ability to make a cost-effective speaker sound great. And so you won't find any huge frills on these. You get a standard binding post on the back and kind of your vinyl wrap, rear ported. Some nice speaker posts on the back, so that's helpful. The 5-way and banana plug capable and things like that. But certainly didn't cut any corners as far as I can tell. And, I had a pair of the Paradigm Titan Originals, and those came with a VIFA tweeter, the D19, which was a 3/4-inch soft dome tweeter made by a company out of Denmark that seemed to always make great speaker components. And so when Paradigm was first getting going, they started using these drivers from other companies, and then as they morphed into a more self-reliant company, they started making their own drivers. And I was pretty intrigued by this tweeter. As you can see, it's sort of got a PPA phase aligned of some sort, and it looks to be a metal dome in there with some sort of a lens, which is perforated, which will control the dispersion somewhat, and what they call it, phase accurate. So with their measurement facilities, they've been able to sort of hone in on the dispersion characteristics of some of these drivers that they're making themselves now, and pretty impressive. Not a huge magnet on the back of these by any stretch, like in the old days. So they are quite light, but I think they've gone to a more high-tech magnets and whatnot, so they can still get the good control from these drivers, but impressive looking little bugger. And the woofer is also impressive in my opinion. It's sort of an inverted dust cap here and an inverted rubber surround. And so you're going to have very little wear over time, very little degradation as far as, compared to foam. And interesting, I guess they call it a mineral-filled polypropylene. So I'm sure it offers a nice stiffness and certainly gives a nice little punch. Even with the rear port, these things really put out a nice sound. I think the frequency response is somewhat in the range of 60 hertz to 21 and 21,000 rather. And so yeah, pretty impressed. I don't know how much he used these, so there's always a break-in period. I have to assume that he played them enough so that most of the break-in period has been accomplished at this point. I will say this, that they will tell you when your source material is lousy. So I played, the first song I happened to play was I'm using mostly digital stuff now, and so I punched in some Pearl Jam song or whatever, and or Eddie Vedder song. And it really sounded like crap. And I'm like, uh-oh, what have I done, And I soon realized that it will tell you that your recording is junk or not. And so I immediately switched to another song, and I was pleasantly surprised that this is, in fact, a very accurate speaker and very tight tolerances here and well engineered. Well put together. It's got a little bit of weight to it. I have nothing bad to say whatsoever. They're a joy to listen to, and I just love these smaller two-way speakers because you can mate them with a nice subwoofer, and you can sort of roll that woofer off a little bit so that you're not pushing it too hard. And I think they're rated for 50 watts continuous, which isn't too much, but certainly relatively efficient at 89 dB, I believe. And so it's they play quite well on a 50 watt per channel integrated that I have here. And these listed for about $300 originally a pair, and I happen to get them for much less than that. And I would highly recommend these speakers to anybody that wanted to find a nice pair of bookshelf or stand speakers. I did notice that they sounded a little better when I put them on a set of stands. These stands aren't the best stands, but they are pretty decent, and they have rubber bumpers to protect the speaker finish, and they put the speaker at just about the right height in my situation where I'm sitting in a chair, and you wanted to keep those tweeters at just about ear height. And so thank you for watching. Hopefully, you can come across something like these. I'm a vintage fan by nature, but always lured by the new equipment that comes out from these good companies that will give you an idea what technology is doing for some of these companies and how things have evolved, and to see that some companies are just quite good at what they do, and I believe that Paradigm is one of those people. So really thrilled with this pickup, and I thought I'd share it with you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for my new subscribers. I think we're up to about 90 now, which is wonderful. Quite a jump after my last NAD integrated amp review, and so I appreciate that. I think there was a couple thousand views on that, so hopefully we get some good viewers, and I love to pick up new subscribers and have an ability to get the word out on some of these products in layman's terms, and sort of bring the joy to the masses. And so yes, highly recommended. Love the sound that these things put out. Nice punchy, tuneful bass out of these, and not overblown, not overly bright, just about hits about the right spot for me in a lot of areas. So thank you again, and I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.